door, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Down to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for 2.
Go backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. In front, another goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz.
Little right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good.
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the 3, and it's good.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Falls better late than never. The Section 8A boys basketball quarterfinals being played. Of course, originally Saturday was the day they were supposed to be played. Mother Nature did not cooperate, but here we are today, beautiful outside. And we've got 4 quality games coming up here to see who moves on to the semifinal round Wednesday night here at the Ralph. And welcome, as always, to our pregame show brought to you by Solely Realty in Fosston, serving the Fosston and surrounding area with top-notch real estate service since 1968. Solely Realty in Fosston, and the pregame show also brought to you by Bitker Inc. Bitker Inc. thanks all area farms and farm families for your business and for growing the crops to produce the food we enjoy. During this month of March, Ag Month, it's important to say thank you. And Bitker Inc. reminds you to order your farm implement and ag equipment tires. Now, call Troy, the tire guy at Bitker Inc. to discuss the tires you need. Their phone number is 218-456-7467 for Bitker Inc. Well, the Cougars and the Greyhounds will get things rolling here very shortly. Ada-Borup-West coming in with a record of 19-9. The Greyhounds come in at 23-5. They've won 10 of their last 12. This will be the third matchup between the two teams. They played in Fosston. The Greyhounds won that one 68-57. And then the Greyhounds won the Pine to Prairie Conference Championship game at Winnimac back on the 18th of February, 66-49. The Cougars took a 3-point lead in that game, but the Greyhounds went on a 30-9 run and went on to win the game 66-49. The winner of this game will play the winner of the next game. Fertile Beltrami and Cass Lake Bena will play the next game, and then we'll enter the West subsection semifinals later on this evening. The East Grand Forks Sacred Heart Eagles, the number 1 seed on the west side and the defending section champions, they'll be playing in the third game against the Goodrich-Grigla Chargers. And then the Northern Freeze and Warren Alvarado Oslo will wrap things up later on this evening. We'll take a break and be back with more. The pregame coaches' comments brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and the Border Bank in Clearbrook. Coming up next on the Solely Realty and Bitker Inc. pregame show.
New arrival. 2 new Model 2023 Gleaner Combines at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Visit with Chuck Orneo for more details. Ziegler Ag Equipment coming soon. Additional trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Massey Ferguson 4710 tractor is on the lot. Fendt Model 516 tractor on the lot. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
This is Carly Olson at American Federal Bank in Ada. You can save time on your banking needs with American Federal's mobile deposit. Use your mobile device to deposit checks whenever and wherever it's convenient for you. It's available to online banking customers within the American Federal mobile banking app. Go to your app store today to download the American Federal mobile banking app. To learn more about American Federal's mobile deposit, stop in and visit us at American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
At the Bennett Hoagland Agency, they understand that crop insurance is not a one-size-fits-all program. It's their specialty at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, and they can easily identify the options you need to help your farm succeed. John, Wayne, and Marissa are dedicated to helping you create a cost-effective risk management plan that supports your unique farm operation. Call or stop at the Bennett Hoagland Agency, Ada and Moorhead, to review your crop insurance coverage. They're an equal opportunity provider.
Glasses say so much about your personality and personal style. At Valley Vision Clinic, they are happy to work with you in selecting frames that complement your features and vision needs as well as fit your budget. If you're not sure the glasses are for you, ask the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada about contact lenses. There are many advantages to consider when determining if contact lenses are right for you, and the knowledgeable staff at Valley Vision can answer any questions you may have. For all your eye care needs, call Dr. Dave Solseng and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada, 784-4091.
The Ada-Borup-West School is committed to excellence. The Ada-Borup-West School continually looks to offer expanded educational opportunities and experiences to teach and prepare students of various ages for career opportunities. You can learn more of these educational opportunities for your children when you contact the Ada-Borup-West School at 218-784-5300 or visit the school website, ada.k12.mn.us. You're invited and encouraged to be involved at Ada-Borup-West Schools for education, fine arts, and athletics.
Have you seen the huge selection of used vehicles that Christian Motors of Fertile has? Stop by the lot, talk with one of the guys about the huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and so much more. They've got a great selection of used vehicles right now. You can view them at christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. One of the biggest selection of used vehicles around, it's Christian Motors. They're proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile.
Here at Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls, coverage of the Section 8A boys basketball tournament. The quarterfinal games being played today and tonight. And you're tuning in perhaps on KKCQ 96.7 FM, KRJB 106.5 FM, your live event, and Garden Valley TV channel 31. Let's get to our pregame coaches' comments. They're brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator. To sell your grain, call Gary Balsam at 218-236-6661 at the Georgetown Farmers Elevator. And our pregame coaches' comments also brought to you by the good folks at the Border Bank in Clearbrook. All right, let's get to our first coach, head coach of the Fosston Greyhounds. Here's Ben Hemberger.
Coach Ben Hemberger joining us on the pregame show as the Greyhounds take on Ada-Borup-West on a Monday afternoon. Not very often we say that.
Not very often. It should be fun, though.
Yep. Well, the games, of course, got postponed on Saturday, but we're set to go. And, you've beaten the Cougars twice. There's a lot of talk about that. It's hard to beat any good team 3 times, but, you've got the opportunity. That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line. We got ourselves in a position where we can have this opportunity, and they're a very, very good basketball team, and we're going to have our work cut out for us. But, like we've been talking with the kids, we're capable of beating anybody, but we got to realize that anybody's capable of beating us as well. And, regular season means absolutely nothing at this point, and all that matters is what's in front of you right now and in this moment. And, you have a pretty good moment ahead of us here, and hopefully our guys are ready to go and locked in and take care of business today.
Yeah, that's the thing about the postseason now. I mean, let's say you win today. Your next opponent, Fertile Beltrami or Cass Lake, I mean, you've played them. You've beaten Fertile Beltrami twice, Cass Lake once. So, I mean, that's just the way it goes.
It is, and, this time of the year, especially when you have a section that's as loaded as ours is this year, it's going to make for an exciting postseason, and there's going to be a lot of good games here this afternoon and tonight, and hopefully we come out in the right end in our game.
Cougars had a little bit of a tailspin there at the end of the regular season, kind of after the Pine Prairie Conference Championship game, but it seems like they've righted the ship.
Yeah, they they just played Black Duck in their first postseason game, and just watching that one, and then just hearing some of the comments too afterwards, it was probably their most complete game of the season, and so that definitely bodes well for them. But it's a team that is very capable of putting some together. They're probably the most athletic team in the section, and they got good length, and they're coached well. They do a lot of things right, and if they're hitting shots and getting out and running the floor and filling lanes and that type of thing, they're going to be tough. So we got to hopefully do some things to limit that, and get ourselves in positions where we can be successful as well. And
one of the big reasons, of course, you won those 2 games against the Cougars. Your team played well.
Yeah, we did. We played very well in both of those games, I thought, and especially right away in the beginning of the second half of the Pine Prairie Conference Championship game, Ada came out on a 9-0 run and got up 3 on us, and after that point, I think we went on a 30-7 run on them, and that was probably the best stretch of basketball that we had played all season long. And we're going to need that, but it's got to be a complete game, the rest of the way here, however long that may be. But, we got to play well, and we got to do those things and, take care of the little things, and hopefully that'll be enough to have us in position where we can have a chance at winning the game at the end.
You've coached a lot of games at Engelstad Arena, but I'm guessing you've got a few butterflies.
Oh, yeah. I think I went to bed nervous last night and didn't sleep much, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else right now. If you're not a little nervous, then there's something wrong. That's just the competitive fire in everybody, and it's a lot of fun this time of year for sure.
I'm guessing out of the 12 months of the year, March, Ben Hamburger has the fewest hours of sleep, or at least quality sleep.
I would say you are probably correct on that.
Okay, good luck, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, there we have Ben Hamburger, head coach of the Fosston Greyhound boys basketball team. The Greyhounds come in as the number 1 seed in the East subsection, 23-5, and they've won 10 of their last 12. When we come back here on the Bitker Inc. and Solely Realty pregame show, we'll sit down with Trevor Stewart, head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. You're listening to the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and Border Bank in Clearbrook. Pregame coaches' comments on KRJB, KKCQ, your live event, and Garden Valley TV channel 31.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying those limiting factors. Call RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Holly and Hendrum.
Founded upon our Benedictine heritage of prayer and work, Sacred Heart Catholic School promotes faith in Jesus Christ, educates youth, and ministers to all. At Sacred Heart, it's not just about education, but about the formation of the person, mind, body, and soul. By living each day the Eagle Way, today's students will become tomorrow's leaders. To learn more about the Sacred Heart School or to view activity schedules, teachers' pages, and more, visit sacredheartegf.net.
Have you adjusted your crop insurance policy to reflect the increase in commodity prices and input costs? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with IRE Insurance. We want to partner with you to provide you a comprehensive policy structure to protect your farm's revenue and preserve your equity. Give us a call today to set up a time to meet with an IRE Insurance agent prior to March 15th. For contact information, please visit our website at ireins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
IRE Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
I'm Caden Dahl, a high school student at Ada-Borup-West School. I want to thank the Booster Club members for their dedication to contribute all activities at the school. The Booster Club does so much for our school, so please consider becoming a member. Office to see how you can join the Booster Club and go Cougars.
This is Tommy Stewart from Ada-Borup-West School. I want to thank the Booster Club members and businesses for their support of Cougar activities through contributions of time, money, and attendance at Booster-sponsored events. If you're not a member of the Booster Club, consider joining and supporting the organization that gives so much to Ada-Borup-West School.
Bina coming up next. And it's time to continue with our pregame coaches' comments. Again, brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and the Border Bank in Clearbrook. Here's Trevor Stewart, head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars.
Hey, Trevor, thanks for joining us on the pregame show. The old saying is the third time's a charm. I guess you're hoping for that today, right?
Absolutely. We're looking for a little March magic, and obviously we've played them a couple times, and they're a very, very sound ball team, well coached, got some really good players. So we're just looking to just find a way to give them a little trouble and find a way to pull one out today.
It's kind of funny, of the 3 matchups, only one was played on a home court of one of the teams, the other 2 on neutral courts.
Yeah, right. That is kind of strange. But yes, we did go there one time, and then the Pine Prairie was over in Winnemac, and now we're here. So I know the guys are excited to be here, and I'm sure Fosston is too. So it's a very tough test, but hopefully we can play well.
Okay, the 2-day delay because of the weather, did that kind of give you, or at least the players, a few more butterflies and more time to think about things?
We've had school this morning, and I'm sure probably a little bit, but we felt good Saturday, but obviously the weather didn't cooperate the way we needed it to. So we'll see how it goes today.
A game like this today here with so much on the line, I mean, you're going to have peaks and valleys inevitably, and that's how you handle those. That's going to be a big key.
Right. I think you look at both times we played these guys, they've had a pretty good scoring run, whether I think the first time was like maybe a 16-0 in the first half. The second time was maybe like a 13-1 or something like that. We got to try to stay away from those really low valleys. Obviously they're going to go on little runs. We're going to have some mistakes, those kind of things, fight through and try to keep it competitive all the way.
How about the Black Duck game last Thursday? You guys must have really come to play that night.
Yeah, I thought the guys played really well that night. That was probably our most complete game of the year, defensively, offensively, rebounding, those kind of things. So, maybe we can take a little of that with us today, too.
Okay, sounds simple, but keeping the mistakes, the turnovers and everything at a minimum. Big key today.
Yeah, got to value the basketball, no doubt about it. Make them make plays. Just don't let them get comfortable. So one of the ways you do that is value the basketball and get shots up and not turn it over, not get them easy transitions.
The basketball fans should have a heyday today. 4 good matchups.
4 good games today. Yeah, it's kind of fun to be back in this arena for us. New experience for the kids, of course, but a lot of good memories here. Hopefully we can find another one today.
Sounds good. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, there is Trevor Stewart, head coach of the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. They come in with a record of 19 wins and 9 losses, but boy, a lot of those losses coming against really tough competition, and they played really, really well against Black Duck, a very good Black Duck team, and the Cougars beat the Drakes by 30 points last Thursday to get into today's quarterfinal matchup with the Fosston Greyhounds. When we come back, we will take a look at your starting lineups. Pregame coaches' comments again were brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator and the Border Bank in Clearbrook. Starting lineups brought to you by Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada, and Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express, now open in Fosston. Starting lineups are coming up next here on the Pregame Show.
The Halstead Living Center, Heritage House in Halstead, and the Normandy in Twin Valley present an atmosphere that is calm and comfortable. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, they offer a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care, including senior living with services, skilled nursing care, rehabilitation care, respite, hospice, or adult daycare. Get more information by going to halsteadlivingcenter.com or call 218-456-2105.
When you're going out to play this winter, do it in Ada. Ada has an ice skating rink, snowmobiling, snowshoe and cross-country ski trails. And stop in Ada on your way to and from any other activities. Meet your friends, have a bite to eat. Or if you're in the mood for a swim and not quite ready for a polar plunge, swim with family and friends at the indoor pool at the Deco Center. Ada also has its event center ready to host meetings or family events. Welcome to Ada, alive and thriving.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at AgriMax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground applications, crop protection products, and more. AgriMax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact Eli Swenson at AgriMax today at 218-790-6375 or visit them online at agrimaxllc.com. Spring is in the air, which means it's time to start thinking about your lawn care. At All That and More, Toro of Fosston, they've got you covered with their spring lawnmower sale. March through May, they're offering $300 off select Time Cutter zero-turn models. Plus, you can take advantage of their special financing offer of up to 0% APR for 42 months. With Toro's cutting-edge technology and All That and More's exceptional service, you can be sure that you're getting the best lawnmower on the market. Get the cut you deserve with All That and More, Toro, located right on Highway 2 West in Fosston.
Back here at Thief River Falls in the Ralph Engelstad Arena, coverage of the Section 8A Boys Basketball Tournament. In the background, you can hear the Ada-Borup-West Pep Band. The Fosston Greyhound Pep Band is here as well as we get set for what should be a great matchup between the Cougars and the Greyhounds. Pine to Prairie Conference battle here for a trip to Wednesday night semifinals. Your starting lineups are brought to you by Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express, now with a location in Fosston, and Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. New arrival, 2 new model 2023 Gleaner combines. It's cleaner with Gleaner. Talk to Chuck O'Neill for more details at Ziegler Ag Equipment. Others soon to be on the lot, trade-ins and more new equipment arriving at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. And talk with Chuck O'Neill about the activity, what's sold, what's available at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada. For the Ada-Borup-West Cougars, this is how they'll start this afternoon. Number 1, Lance Kritzberger, a 6'1 junior. Number 3, Cameron Spaeth, a 6-foot junior. Number 5, Austin McCraven, a 5'11 sophomore. Number 10, Caden Dahl, a 6'2 sophomore. And number 13, Charlie Shaw, a 6'4 junior. So 3 juniors, 2 sophomores in the starting lineup for Coach Stewart's Cougars. Lance Kritzberger, Cameron Spaeth, Austin McCraven, Caden Dahl, and Charlie Shaw. The starting 5 for the Cougars are 19 and 9. Trevor Stewart, the head coach for Ada-Borup-West. And now for the Fosston Greyhounds, they'll go with number 3, Aaron Norland, a 5'9 senior. Number 4, Cullen Norland, a 5'10 senior. Number 5, Carson Bushy, a 6'2 senior. Number 10, Zach Tice, a 6'1 senior. And number 23, Darren Scala, a 5'11 senior. All seniors in the starting lineup for the Greyhounds. Aaron Norland, Cullen Norland, Carson Bushy, Zach Tice, and Darren Scala. For the Greyhounds, they come in at 23 and 5. They've won 10 of their last 12 games. And Ben Hemberger is the head coach for the Fosston Greyhounds. So there you have your starting lineups, again brought to you by Hugo's Family Marketplace and Hugo's Express, with a location now in Fosston, and Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North in Ada. The pregame coaches' comments brought to you by the Georgetown Farmers Elevator at 218-236-6661, and the Border Bank in Clearbrook. And of course the pregame show brought to you by Bitker Inc. and Solely Realty. So we're just moments away from the introduction of the starting lineups here at the Ralph. We'll have our Star-Spangled Banner, and we'll get the first of 4 quarterfinal games underway. After the last game is done tonight, we'll be down to 4 teams. The semifinals Wednesday evening here at the Ralph, and then the championship game as originally scheduled for 7 o'clock Friday night. And the winner of that game, of course, moves on to the Minnesota State Boys Basketball Tournament down in the Twin Cities next week. We'll take another break and be back with more from Ralph Engelstad Arena on KRJB, KKCQ, your live event, and Garden Valley TV channel 31.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
The Benedictine Living Community in Ada is currently hiring for the following positions: Director of Nursing, full-time exempt position. CNA, full and part-time, need not be certified to apply, will train you. Resident Assistant, full-time assisted living position. An RN LPN charge nurse, full-time days and overnights. For more information, log on to blcada.org/jobs or call 218-784-5500. Consider a career with the Benedictine Living Community in Ada.
Bitker Inc. has savings on all farm implement and ag equipment tires during this Ag Month celebration. Thanks to area farms and farm families for your business and for growing the crops to produce the food we enjoy. Bitker Inc. with savings on farm and ag equipment tires. Call Troy the Tire Guy to order your tires today and discover additional savings with multiple tire orders for your farm. Bitker Inc. located between Ada and Halstead. 218-456-7467. Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart. East of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Led Fosston with 17. Zach Tice scored 14. Cullen Norland and Carson Bush each had 10, and Darren Sculla had 8 for the Greyhounds. The opening tap for this afternoon's Section 8A semifinal game brought to you by Marcus in Accounting. Over 29 years of experience to help you with tax preparation, accounting, payroll, and more. 218-784-6002 for Marcus in Accounting, sponsoring the opening tap for today's game. In the game numbers brought to you by Christian Motors of Fertile. And the timeouts brought to you by Freedom Fuel and the Fosston A&W. Both gas and diesel fuels are the pumps at Freedom Fuel on Highway 9 in Ada. Open 24 hours with fastest fuel pumps, quick convenience, and also they have pop and snacks in the vending machines, ice, and don't forget the pet wash at Freedom Fuel. And the Fosston A&W and Highway 2 West and Fosston sponsoring the timeouts during this afternoon's broadcast. The Cougars, unusual for them, they're wearing white uniforms. And the Greyhounds in the dark maroon. Bushy against Shaw for the opening tap. Greyhounds going from my left to right. High atop the press box here at Engelstead Arena, and we're underway. And the opening tap controlled by Ada-Borup-West. Here's Cameron Spaeth slowly across the center line. Lots of separation between Spaeth and the defender. So at least early on, I am guessing the tempo might be a little bit slow. McCraven holds on to the ball, throws it over to the left side of Cameron Spaeth. No shot clock in Minnesota, so, well, he's just standing there. And the Greyhounds not forcing him to play his hand. Old-fashioned basketball here as Spaeth passes it off. Now McCraven with the ball. just underway. 40 seconds into the game. Spaeth over on the left side to Dahl, and he'll hang on to the ball. Defended by Cullen Norland. Now the dribble and the dish. This is McCraven, Austin McCraven over on the left side of Cameron Spaeth. Spaeth underneath the basket, Kritzberger. Now they have to kick it back out. McCraven and the Cougars reset the offense. Cameron Spaeth with the ball. And we're over a minute into the game, and not a whole lot has happened. Here's McCraven getting it over to Spaeth. Spaeth defended by Cullen Norland. Over on the right side, the Cougars got the opening tap, and they've had the ball ever since. McCraven holds on to the ball. Greyhounds look a little confused right now on defense. You don't see this very often. Here's McCraven with a bounce pass to Spaeth. Spaeth with the crossover dribble, getting it back over to McCraven. McCraven guarded by Tice. Cameron Spaeth over on the left side of Shaw. Charlie Shaw with the left-handed dribble one time. High pass, good catch out on top there by Dahl. And now Shaw throwing it back out to McCraven. And we're just about 2 minutes into the game, and we haven't had a stoppage in play. Oh, there's a steal. Entry pass stolen away by Tice. And the Greyhounds have the ball for the first time. Cullen Norland with it on the right wing. Norland out to Tice. Tice defended by Spaeth. Here's Cullen to Aaron Norland. Aaron Norland with the ball to Zach Tice. Tice out to Aaron Norland. Norland with the ball, left-handed dribble, pushes it over to Sculla. Now Cullen Norland on the far side. Bounce pass to his brother Aaron. Tice in the corner. Sculla with a left-handed dribble, picks it up and dumps it off to Cullen Norland. Here's Sculla driving the baseline. Bounce pass out in the wing. Three-pointer by Bushy, good! Carson Bushy knocks down a big three, and the Greyhounds jump out to a 3-0 lead. And now the Cougars with their second possession. Never got a shot off after the first one. Here's Shaw underneath the Kritzberger. Kritzberger gets fouled, and he's going to go to the Mustang Seeds free throw line to shoot a pair for Ada-Borup-West. Kritzberger was 1 for 2 at the line when these two played on February 18th at Winnemac in the Pine to Prairie Conference Championship game. Sculla picking up the foul, and the first free throw is no good. Kritzberger to shoot another free throw. Next game, Fertile Beltrami and Cass Lake Bena. They met real early in the year. Panthers won a close one. Second free throw is good for Kritzberger, and the Greyhound lead at 3-1. 3 minutes into the ball game. Aaron Norland to Cullen Norland on the right side. Top of the key to Zach Tice. Tice to Aaron Norland. Norland through the back door to Tice, and his shot rejected. A clean block and a great play there by Shaw. Greyhounds commit their first turnover. Here's Spaeth in the corner. Shaw for three, and it rimmed out. And the rebound controlled by Cullen Norland for the Greyhounds. His first. Greyhounds lead 3-1 with the ball. Sculla had it knocked away, picked up by Aaron Norland. He'll dish it back to Sculla, who shovels it back to Tice. Tice in the corner to Sculla. He'll dribble one time, and a collision and a foul there. Spaeth inadvertently bumped into Cullen Norland. Cameron Spaeth with his first and the team's first. 3-1, the Greyhounds with the lead. 14:28 left to go, first half. Tice will throw it into the backcourt to Aaron Norland. And Norland gets it across the timeline. Now Tice with it on the high post right side. Pass to Bushy over on the left wing to Aaron Norland. Norland defended by Shaw. Two teams that play some really good defense going at it here today. Cullen Norland with a pass to Sculla. Sculla slides around the defender. An awkward shot wouldn't go. And the rebound yanked out of there by McCraven for Ada-Borup-West. And a pass down the floor and a wide open layup there for the Cougars. Taking it in is Dahl for the layup, and we're tied at 3. Play beginning to open up a little bit now. So Dahl with the layup. First field goal of the afternoon for the Cougars. We're knotted at 3 apiece. Cullen Norland under the basket. Reverse layup. Got it. Cullen Norland on the reverse. And the Greyhounds are back on top at 5-3. Cougars quickly get it down the floor, and there's another answer. And Kritzberger lays it up and in, so the Cougars, after the Greyhounds score twice in a row, quickly get it down the floor, and a couple of layups. That one by Kritzberger. We're tied at 5. Here's Tice Entry pass, Cullen Norland back to Tice. Tice fakes the three, takes the dribble, takes the lane, the shot off the back rim, no good. Spaeth had the rebound, then Tice took it away. A mad scramble, the ball squirts loose, and they're going to finally blow the whistle, and the possession belongs to the Greyhounds. Spaeth had it and then lost it, and then there was a mad scramble, about 4 players going after that ball. 13-10 left to go in the first half of a 5-5 game. Tice will inbound out to Cullen Norland. Norland in the corner. Here's Bushy with the ball. Bushy picks up the dribble, dumps it off to Sculla deep in the left corner. Aaron Norland, the top of the key to Cullen Norland. He'll reverse it to Bushy. He thought about the three. Feeds it off to Aaron Norland, baseline. Bounce pass. Oh, Tice took his eye off the ball, and it goes off his hand out of bounds. Turnover number 2 for Fosston. Cougars looking for their first lead of the afternoon. And Caden Dahl will throw it in to Cameron Spaeth. Spaeth, one of the leading scorers in the Pine to Prairie Conference, leading scorer for the Cougars. Bounce pass on the right side to Shaw. Out on top, and Spaeth in the corner. Here's McCraven with the drive, and there's a wide open look for the three, and it's good! Wide open, Caden Dahl hits a three, and the Cougars have taken their first lead of the afternoon at 8-5. Now the Greyhounds have it. Aaron Norland with a bounce pass to Bushy, right side to Tice. Tice takes the baseline across the lane to Cullen Norland in the lane. Aaron Norland came up short on the little jumper, and Dahl pulls down his first rebound for Ada-Borup-West. Outlet pass to Spaeth. Spaeth off the spin move, turns it over to Aaron Norland. Greyhounds break out 2-on-2. Norland behind the back, dishes it off to Bushy, who bobbles it. Out on the left wing, Tice. Sculla for three, and it's no good, and the rebound controlled by the Cougars. Pulled out of there by Shaw, his first board. Here's Spaeth down the floor to Kritzberger, back to Spaeth. 11:44 left in the first half. Ada-Borup-West up by 3, 8-5. Cougars trying to lob it inside, reverse layup, wouldn't go for Spaeth, and the rebound controlled by Cullen Norland for the Greyhounds, his second. Here's a drive by Sculla. The layup is good. Sculla got a little seam to work with there, and he takes it in for the layup. And it's 8-7, Ada-Borup-West by 1. 11:20 left in the first half. Cougars slowly get it across the center line. Over on the right side, Caden Dahl, he's a 10th grader. Entry pass into Shaw. Shaw out on top. Kritzberger reverses it to McCraven. Out on top to Dahl, he's got 5 points. Now Spaeth, cross court to McCraven. Now the tempo slowing down again. As the Cougars lead it by 1. Just under 11 minutes left of the first half. Ooh, Aaron Norland almost picked off that pass. Caden Dahl over on the right side of Cameron Spaeth. Spaeth with the left-handed dribble. Feeds it off on the right side. And McCraven looking things over in front of the Fosston bench. Backs up and resets. McCraven with a left-handed dribble and the dish. Here's a shot by Dahl, and it rimmed out. No good. Tice tipping the rebound to Cullen Norland, and the Greyhounds bring it the other way. Looking for the lead. Tice along the baseline out to Cullen Norland. Nice pass. Sculla kicks it back out to Tice. Tice in the corner. Bushy for three. Good! Carson Bushy knocks down his second triple of the day, and the Greyhounds lead 10-8 with 10:08 left to go in the first half. Now Ada-Borup-West with the ball. Here's Shaw on the high post left side. Dumps it off to Kritzberger. Kritzberger to Spaeth. They set the screen high for Spaeth. He'll drive, and the shot went in, but they're going to call, he palmed the ball. And the Cougars turned the ball over for the third time. His shot went in, but of course didn't count. Ryan Engel, 6'1" senior in the game now for Ada-Borup-West. Greyhounds get Hudson Bushy into the game. Aaron Norland too, Hudson Bushy. Bushy with the dribble. Here's Tice at the top of the key. Tice over right side. Cullen Norland for three, and that's off the back rim, no good. And the rebound controlled. Oh, great job by Thatcher Palyabicki to get that offensive rebound. And the Greyhounds keep possession. Boy, Thatcher, he's done a nice job all season long as a senior off the Greyhound bench. Tice with the ball, spin move to slide around the defender in the corner. Hudson Bushy for three, and it's off the back rim, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds and belongs to the Greyhounds. They say it bounced off of Shaw. So the Greyhounds are going to get the ball back with 9:18 left to go in a rapidly played first half. Greyhounds up by 2, 10-8. Inbounds pass comes out to Hudson Bushy. Right side to Tice. Zach Tice, top of the key. Cullen Norland to Aaron Norland. Back out to Tice. Tice with the dribble, backs up. Greyhounds reset with 9:06 left to go in the first half. Aaron Norland with a bounce pass to Cullen Norland. Over to Hudson Bushy. They work it around. Tice with the drive and an awkward angle shot. Somebody got a hand on it. Palyabicki picks up the ball, shoots and misses. And here come the Cougars. A long, dangerous outlet pass intercepted off the deflection by Cullen Norland, and the Greyhounds get it right back. 8:44 left to go in the first half. Aaron Norland over to Hudson Bushy. Hudson, quick step to the basket, turns around, double teamed. They tie him up, and they're going to call a jump ball, and the arrow belongs to Ada-Borup-West. Turnover number 3 for the Greyhounds. Kritzberger back on the floor now for Ada-Borup-West, along with Spaeth. So the Cougars right now trail by 2. 8:35 left to go in the first half. Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Cougars get it across the center line here at Ralph Engelstedt Arena in Thief River Falls. Spaeth out on top. Mason Larson with the ball. Spaeth with a quick drive. Nice move, but the shot came up short, but he got fouled. He's going to shoot 2. There's a really nice move there by Cameron Spaeth. Carson Bushy's first and the team's second. Just the third foul of the game. Cameron Spaeth at the free throw line. He was 1 for 3 when these two played at Winnie-Mac for the conference title and misses the first one. 8:20 remaining in the first half. Greyhounds with a 10-8 lead. Second free throw for Spaeth is good. That's his first point of the game. And the Greyhounds lead 10-9. Greyhounds have it. Sculla under the basket, trying a reverse layup and a shot. Oh, Lance Kritzberger rejects it cleanly, and it goes flying past the Ada-Borup-West student section and out of play. Greyhounds get it back, but Kritzberger with a nice clean block there. Carson Bushy will inbound under the offensive basket for the Greyhounds. Pass into Sculla. He'll lob it out now. Now they work it around. Here's a three-point shot and lots of contact. They let it go on the missed 3 by Bushy. Greyhounds get it back, though, to reverse layup. Good. Why, that worked out perfectly for Hudson Bushy in the right place at the right time, and the Greyhounds lead 12-9. The three-point shot by Carson came up short, but Hudson saved the day, and the Greyhounds have a 3-point lead. Here's Caden Dahl for Ada-Borup-West. Spaeth off the crossover, the drive, the dish off the glass, got deflected, and we're going to have another foul on Fosston with 7:41 left to go here in the first half. Thatcher Palyabicki picks up his first and the team's third. Spaeth back at the Mustang Seeds free throw line to shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 at the line. First one is good. Cameron Spaeth hits the first one. And the Greyhound lead at 2 at 12-10. Second free throw coming up for Spaeth. That last foul was on Sculla. Second one no good. And the rebound controlled by the Greyhounds. Pulled out of there by Palyabicki. Greyhounds set it up with a 2-point lead. Carson Bushy looking inside, nobody open. Bushy, right elbow, takes a shot and it rolls off the rim. Cullen Norland with the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Carson Bushy, and he hits a 3. Bushy wide open, he's got 9 off 3 triples, and the Greyhounds lead 15-10. Greyhounds are going to get their wish. The traveling call on Ada-Borup-West as the Greyhound bench rose in unison there. And they're all twirling their arms, indicating a travel. Now is the call, so the Cougars turn the ball over for the 5th time. Greyhounds lead 15-10. Carson Bushy hitting 3 threes. He's got 9 of the 15 points for the Greyhounds. Tice will get it across the timeline. Greyhounds going from my left to right here in the first half. Carson Bushy camping out on the right side. Tice with a slow dribble. Tice to Bushy. Bushy fakes the three. Now Tice with the ball. Zach Tice for the Greyhounds. Hudson Bushy trying to get open over on the left side. Pass to Carson Bushy. He fakes the shot. Throws it out to Tice. Tice with it inside the circle to Hudson Bushy. Out to Aaron Norland. Bounce pass. Tice for three. In and out. No good. Just missed it. And the rebound controlled by McCraven. His second rebound of the day for Ada-Borup-West. Engel with the ball now for the Cougars. Ryan Engel out on top to Cameron Spaeth. Now they're working back out to Engel. Engel cross court to McCraven. He steps back. Cross court. Here's a three by Larson. Good! Mason Larson, the sophomore, hits a big three. And the Cougars draw to within two at 15-13. Greyhounds with the ball. Here's Tice. Thought about the three. Now he'll back up with 5:58 left to go in the first half. Aaron Norland with the ball for the Greyhounds, who have a 2-point lead, 15-13. Carson Bushy to Aaron Norland. Norland with the ball, picks up the dribble, dumps it off to Tice. Tice holds on to it with 5:40 left to go in the first half. Aaron Norland, Hudson Bushy to Tice in the corner to Carson. There's a three. Yes! Carson Bushy on fire. 4 triples for the senior. And the Greyhounds lead by 5. And another traveling call on Ada-Borup-West. That's 2 of them on the Cougars. And the Greyhounds get the ball right back with 5:28 left to go here in the first half. 6 turnovers committed by the Cougars, 3 by the Greyhounds. 18-13, Fosston with the lead. The Cougars did have an 8-5 lead. Now the Greyhounds have it in the front court. Aaron Norland hands it off. Greyhounds with the basketball and a 5-point lead as Tice gets it to Aaron Norland over to Cullen. Pass, Tice out on top to Sculla, right wing. How about another one for Carson Bushy? That one no good. And a rebound controlled by Dahl and a foul called on Ada-Borup-West. Cameron Spaeth, that's his second. He's got the only 2 fouls for the Cougars. Now Spaeth is going to come out of the game. Coach Stewart doesn't want him getting his third, so Mason Larson, who knocked down a 3 just a little bit ago, checks back in for Ada-Borup-West. Greyhounds lead 18-13. Tyson bounds, and it's Carson Bushy to Tice, out on top to Aaron Norland. He'll reverse it to Cullen in the corner to Bushy. Carson Bushy working the left side now. He was over on the right side earlier where he knocked down a couple of threes, missed the last one. Aaron Norland, top of the key to Cullen Norland. Norland with the ball, out on top. Tice will reverse it to Aaron Norland on the left wing. He's defended by Caden Dahl. 4:38 left to go first half. Aaron Norland with the ball, and the Greyhounds lead 18-13, trying to get to the semis on Wednesday night. Sculla to Aaron Norland, quick move, throws up the runner, and it bounces off the rim, no good. Nice rebound for Shaw, and the pass intercepted. The Greyhounds quickly get back on defense and come up with a steal. Aaron Norland for 3, off the rim, no good, and a really long rebound out to Sculla. Here's a drive by Tice, out on the wing to Sculla, in the corner to Aaron Norland. Cougars have turned the ball over 7 times. Couple on those long outlet passes and a couple of travels. Aaron Norland with the ball. 3:58 left to go here in the first half. Tice out at the point for the Greyhounds. Tice with the ball, looking things over. Carson Bushy on the left side. Here's Sculla with the ball on the right. Top of the key to Cullen Norland. Norland with the ball for the Fosston Greyhounds, the top seed in the East. Now Tice with the ball. Tice will dump it off to Carson Bushy as the tempo slows down again. Carson Bushy, cross court to Tice. 3.5 left to go in the first half. Aaron Norland over on the left side to Carson Bushy. Along the baseline out to Tice. Top of the key to Sculla. Over to Aaron Norland. Top of the key, now Bushy reverses it to Sculla. Sculla always a threat to shoot the 3. He'll pass it off to Aaron Norland. Norland will reset with 3:10 left to go in the first half. Tice with the ball for the Greyhounds, defended by Shaw. Tice driving the baseline. Dumps it off. Cullen Norland, jump shot off the back rim, no good, but he follows his shot and gets his own rebound, his 4th rebound. Here's the 3 by Bushy, good! Another one for Carson Bushy, and give Norland a lot of credit getting the rebound off his own miss. Kicked it out to Bushy. Bushy's got 5 triples. 21-13 Greyhounds, and an offensive foul called on Ada-Borup-West. Well, a critical part of the game right here as the Cougars pick up their 3rd team foul. First one on Caden Dahl. And now the Cougars will call a timeout. Timeouts brought to you by Freedom Fuel and the Fosston A&W on the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfor's Insurance Agency scoreboard. 2:41 left in the first half. 21-13, the Greyhounds lead.
Welcome to Fosston Family Dental, where we make sure every visit to our practice is a positive experience. Our team of skilled dentists and staff work together to provide comprehensive dental care to patients of all ages. From routine cleanings to complex procedures, we are committed to giving you the best possible dental care. With state-of-the-art technology and a warm, welcoming atmosphere, we strive to make your visit as comfortable as possible. Schedule an appointment today and see why Fosston Family Dental is the top choice for dental care in our community.
Okay, we're back here at Ralph Engelstad Arena. 2:41 left to go here in the first half. Fosston leading Ada-Borup-West 21-13. The Cougars take the first time out of the ball game. Winner of this game will play Wednesday night against the winner of the Catholic-Bena Fertile Beltrami game. That'll be the early game on Wednesday. Cullen Norland brings it up the floor for the Greyhounds over on the right side. Sculla holds on to it. Sculla to Tice at the top of the key. Zach Tice with the ball, dumps it off to Cullen Norland. 2:26 left in the first half. The Greyhounds lead 21-13. The Cougars have turned the ball over 8 times. Cullen Norland on the left wing, defended by Spaeth. Pass underneath, went off the backboard, goes out of bounds off of Fosston. They'll give it to Ada-Borup-West. Spaeth back in the game. He picked up his 2nd foul, came out. Now he's back out there on the floor. Cougars definitely need him out there. Cameron Spaeth, a junior. All underclassmen starting lineup for Ada-Borup-West. All senior starting lineup for the Greyhounds. McCraven throws up the fingertip roll and hits it. McCraven's first 2 of the game. Much needed 2 points for Ada-Borup-West. Greyhounds lead 21-15. Nice play by McCraven. Here's Tice out to Cullen Norland. They reverse it around the perimeter to Carson Bushy. He's being watched like a hawk by Dahl. He's hit 5 threes, Bushy has. Aaron Norland to Tice. He ran into the defender, and that's going to be a blocking foul on McCraven. His first, and the team's 4th. 4 fouls on the Cougars, 3 fouls on the Greyhounds. Inbounds pass comes in. Carson Bushy with the ball. There's Bushy throwing it back out to Aaron Norland. Sculla works it around the perimeter to Tice. Tice on the high post left side for the Greyhounds with 1:25 left to go in the first half. Tice with the ball for the Greyhounds. Tice to Bushy. Carson Bushy with the ball. Carson out to Aaron Norland to Tice. Tice attacks the baseline. That's cut off. Tice with the ball. Throws it way out to Sculla in the corner to Cullen Norland. Entry pass to Aaron Norland. Out to Bushy. Carson for 3. Another one! Unconscious. Carson Bushy has hit 6 threes, and the Greyhounds lead 24-15. They're getting him open, and he's draining those puppies. 6 out of 7 for Carson Bushy. That's pretty good free throw shooting, let alone 3-point shooting. And there's an air ball put up by Caden Dahl, and that's going to go out of bounds. So the Greyhounds with a chance to end the first half on a really good note here. 44.6 seconds left, and the Greyhounds have the ball on a 9-point lead at 24-15. Greyhounds are on a 9-2 run right now. Here's Tice with the ball on the far side. 32 seconds left. Tice finds a little opening, pulls up for the 7-footer, and it rimmed out. Rebound controlled by Spaeth for the Cougars, his first of the day. Here's a chance for the Cougars. Spaeth over on the right side, lots of contact, and the shot would not go for Larson. Putback wouldn't go for Larson. Rebound controlled by Tice. 14 seconds left before halftime comes, and the Greyhounds with a chance to go for the last shot. Sculla fakes the handoff, takes the baseline, lots of contact, they let it go. Sculla to Cullen Norland, his shot rejected. The ball comes out to the top of the key, and they're not going to get a shot off. McCraven with a nice clean block there to blocked the shot of Cullen Norland, but the Greyhounds are going to sprint into the locker room with a 9-point lead. On the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard, the Greyhounds lead Ada-Borup-West 24-15 at halftime. We're broadcasting from the Laura Tweeten Thrivent radio booth at Engelstead Arena in Thief River Falls. Visit with Laura in Ada or Ulen and plan for the future. The halftime report brought to you by the Linfors Insurance Agency. Linfors Insurance in Ada, Mahnomen, Fosston, Bagley, Clearbrook, and Fertile. And you can call 218-435-6585, Linfors Insurance Agency. Halftime report next.
Get your field ready for planting this year and talk to the Fosston Tri-Co-op for all your fertilizer, chemical, and soil testing needs. The Fosston Tri-Co-op, with locations in Fosston, McIntosh, and now in Gully. Talk to Dave in Fosston, Luke in McIntosh, and Shane in Gully, and they'll point you in the right direction for all your fertilizer, chemical, and soil testing needs. The Fosston Tri-Co-op, your go-to source for everything you need for the 2021 planting season.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Play better and enjoy the game more with help from the Golf Center. With 2 professional fitting bays and master club fitters on staff, your free club fitting will ensure you get the right fit for your swing. It's where your new, improved game begins at the Golf Center. For everything from head to toe, the Golf Center has the stock, expertise, and technology to help all golfers play their best. We're proud to again be one of Golf Digest's top club fitters in America. Call for a free club fitting appointment at the Golf Center.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
8A boys basketball quarterfinal game. This would be a East subsection semifinal game. Greyhounds lead the Cougars 24-15. The Greyhounds enjoy their biggest lead of the afternoon right now at 9. Biggest lead for the Cougars, 3 at 8-5. We had 2 ties. We were tied at 3, tied at 5. And after the Cougars had the 1-point lead at 8-7, the Greyhounds have outscored Ada-Borup-West 14-7. Greyhounds had 3 fouls in the first half, 1 on Carson Bushy, 1 on Darren Sculla, and 1 on Thatcher Palubicki, although I think they may have changed that foul on Palubicki to Sculla. Well, try to clarify that because they put up on the board that Sculla had 2 fouls, but they did have 3 as a team. The Cougars had 4 fouls, Spaeth had 2, and McCraven and Dahl each had 1. Turnovers in the first half, 3 for the Greyhounds and 8 for the Cougars. And how about this for a stat for the Greyhounds? They hit 6 threes and 3 twos and never shot a free throw. Carson Bushy, 6 of 7 from behind the 3-point line, 18 points. Then she really drops off. Cullen Norland, Hudson Bushy, and Darren Sculla each have 2 for the Greyhounds' halftime total of 24. For the Cougars, Caden Dahl, he knocked down a 3. He had 5. Mason Larson hit a 3. He scored 3. Lance Kritzberger had 3, and Cameron Spaeth and Austin McCraven each had 2. So Dahl had 5, Mason Larson had 3, McCraven, Spaeth, and Kritzberger. Well, Kritzberger had 3, Spaeth and McCraven each had 2 for their halftime total of 15. But there's a noteworthy stat right there. Cameron Spaeth held to 2 points in the first half, both coming at the free throw line, and that is a tribute to the defense that the Fosston Greyhounds play, as Spaeth coming into the game averaging over 15 points a game. But right now, the Greyhounds with a 9-point lead at halftime. Score is 24-15. And we'll be back with more on the halftime report, brought to you by the Linfors Insurance Agency on KKCQ, KRJB, your live event, and Garden Valley TV channel 31.
Stressed about taxes? Let H&R Block of Fosston help. Our expert tax professionals have the knowledge and experience to get you the biggest refund possible. And with H&R Block's maximum refund guarantee, you can rest assured that you're getting the best service and the best refund. So why wait? Come into H&R Block of Fosston today and see why we're the trusted choice for all your tax needs. Hey, don't let taxes stress you out. H&R Block of Fosston, where we make taxes stress-free.
The Holly Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics and various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball, and softball scoreboards, donation to the dance and wrestling team, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at the Holly High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available in monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit hollyboosters.com for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Birkmeyer, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me August 3rd through the 12th in Glacier, Yellowstone, and the Grand Tetons National Parks. Enjoy the ultimate Northern Rockies touring experience with highlights such as the Lewis and Clark Trail, spectacular wildlife, and a covered wagon cookout. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information.
Cougars 24-15. Rebounding in the first half for the Greyhounds, Cullen Norland had 4, Zach Tice had 1, Hudson Bushy had 1, Darren Sculla had 1, and Thatcher Palyabicki had 1. And for the Cougars under the board, Spaeth had 1 rebound, McCraven had 2, Dahl had 2, and Schall had 2 rebounds. So not a whole lot of shooting going on. The first possession, if you're just joining us, Ada-Borup-West won the jump ball and held on to it for about 2 minutes, but then turned the ball over on a little entry pass underneath. Zach Tice picked it off, and then the Greyhounds came down and scored on a three-pointer by Carson Bushy. So the Cougars were trying to really slow it down, and they did, but never got a shot off on their first possession. Cougars did come back, and they took an 8-5 lead, but since then it's been all Fosston, and the Greyhounds are back on the floor right now with a 24-15 lead at the break. We'll take one more time out here on the Linfors Insurance Agency halftime report, and the second half moments away from Thief River Falls.
Hi, welcome to Hometown Realty. How can we help you?
Bienvenido a Hometown Realty. ¿En qué le podemos ayudar? Whether you're looking to buy or sell property, Hometown Realty can help. They have 2 office locations, one in Warren and the other one in Thief River Falls. They have all the equipment to do a virtual walkthrough if you aren't quite ready or able to be in person. And they have a drone for beautiful aerial pictures, as well as 4 knowledgeable agents ready to assist you. So if you're looking to buy or sell, call Hometown Realty today.
Have you adjusted your crop insurance policy to reflect the increase in commodity prices and input costs? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We want to partner with you to provide you a comprehensive policy structure to protect your farm's revenue and preserve your equity. Give us a call today to set up a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent prior to March 15th. For contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Welcome to Lakes Community Co-op. A new name, familiar faces, continued services, and customer service from your co-op in your community. Lakes Community Co-op. As we move forward, you can depend on us for fuel, propane, animal feed, meat locker plant, milk purchasing and hauling, pet food, hardware, convenience stores, tires, vehicle service, natural gas, and more of our services we provide from Lakes Community Co-op.
Basketball tournament. Greyhounds will be going from my right to left, Cougars from my left to right here in the second half. Cougars trying to get things rolling here a little bit. They had Spaeth pick up that second foul. He came out, but they had to get him right back in there. But the Greyhounds holding him to 2 free throws in the first half. Carson Bushy, careful, that ball's hot after he touches it. Man, 6 out of 7 from the three-point line. Aaron Norland with a bounce pass right wing to Cullen. Norland out to Tice. Tice to Aaron Norland on the right side. Norland guarded by McCraven, and Cullen Norland for 3. Got it! Cullen Norland joined the three-point party, and the Greyhounds lead by 12, 27-15. It's like pick your poison right now for the Greyhounds. Now the Cougars, each possession becoming really important. Here's a drive by Spaeth. Spaeth with the dish to McCraven. He goes up, left-handed layup wouldn't go. And the rebound, and Scala with a really nice save. And here come the Greyhounds the other way. Cullen Norland with the ball. And the Greyhounds, a type of team it's hard to come from behind against. They're up by 12, just underway in the second half. Here's Tice with the ball. He'll back up. Tice bumps into the defender. They're going to call a push on Tice, offensive foul. That's Tice's first. And the 4th turnover for the Greyhounds here this afternoon. Fertile Beltrami and Cass Lake Bena coming up next. Then we'll have the 2 West 8A semifinal games. Sacred Heart, number 1 seed on the West, defending section champs, playing Goodrich Grigla. Cougars have the ball here. Here's Dahl over on the left side. Now they work it back out to Lance Kritzberger. Kritzberger, Spaeth on the high post left side, off the fake, the spin move, little push off, they let it go, and Spaeth scores. His first field goal of the game, 27-17. Greyhounds by 10. Far from an insurmountable lead, lots of time left here. Cullen Norland with the ball for the Greyhounds. Out to Bushy. Carson dumps it off to Zach Tice. Tice with the ball. Entry pass into Aaron Norland. He'll kick it back out. Bushy, Carson for 3. That one is no good. He is human after all. And the rebound yanked out of there by the Cougars. Pulled out there by Shaw, his 3rd. Spaeth with the ball on the far side. In the corner to Shaw. Shaw along the baseline. Kicks it out to McCraven. McCraven in the corner. Kritzberger out to Spaeth, thought about the 3. Spaeth with the drive and the dish. Now McCraven with the ball. McCraven with a little path, and he lays it up and in. A little more jump in the step for the Cougars. McCraven with 4, and the lead is down to 9 for the Greyhounds, 27-19. Here's Aaron Norland out on top to Tice. Dangerous pass, almost picked off by Kritzberger. Bushy for 3, there, he's back on track. Carson Bushy. 7 threes for his 21 points, and the Greyhounds lead 30-19. Greyhounds are doing a great job getting Carson open for these 3-pointers. 7 out of 9. Now the Cougars have it. Here's Shaw, Charlie Shaw. Step back shot, good. Nice answer by Shaw for the Cougars. 30-21, the Greyhounds by 9. Here's a 3 by Aaron Norland, blocked. And they're going to call a foul here. Aaron Norland's going to go to the line for 3 free throws. Shaw picked up the foul, his first. And Aaron Norland, this is the first free throw of the day for the Greyhounds, and that's Aaron Norland's first point. 31-21, Greyhounds, 15:05 left in the second half. Second free throw for Aaron Norland is no good. He'll shoot one more. Nobody in serious foul trouble right now. Nobody with more than 2 fouls for either team. Third free throw for Aaron Norland. It's up. It is good. Aaron Norland hits 2 out of 3 at the Mustang Seeds free throw line. 32-21, Greyhounds up by 11. 3 minutes have gone by in the second half. Now the Cougars with the basketball. Cameron Spaeth with it for Ada-Borup-West, wearing the white uniforms today. Greyhounds in the maroon. McCraven on the left side, top of the key to Shaw. Shaw over to Spaeth. Oh, he took his eye off the ball. It went out of bounds, but there was an offensive foul called prior to that. So either way, it's a turnover for the Cougars, as they called it on Kritzberger, his first, and that's turnover number 9 for Ada-Borup-West. Greyhounds, not a real hard press applied by the Cougars, but the Greyhounds break it. Sculla with it on the far side, out on top to Carson Bushy. Cullen Norland off the screen. Cullen with a quick drive, throws up the runner, and they're going to call a charge on Norland. And a nice job underneath the basket there by Kritzberger to draw the charge. So Cullen Norland with his first foul, team's second. Both teams have 2 fouls, 14:28 left to go, second half. Now the Cougars have the ball. McCraven to the bounce pass. Spaeth with it. Spaeth in the paint and is stolen away by Aaron Norland. Turnover number 10 for Ada-Borup-West. Cullen Norland out to Zach Tice. Tice with the ball, and the Greyhounds set it up. Aaron Norland with the ball over on the left wing to Carson Bushy. Carson Bushy with the dribble to his right. Bushy over on the left wing. Cullen Norland to Aaron Norland for 3 from the corner. It won't go, and McCraven with a really nice rebound for the Cougars, his third of the day. And here comes Ada-Borup-West in transition. Dahl with a pass, and that bounces off of Spaeth out of bounds right into the Greyhound bench. Turnover number 11 for the Cougars on the day. That's your third of the second half. Greyhounds lead 32-21, 13:52 left to go, second half. Tice with the ball across the center line for Fosston. Over on the left side is Sculla. Here's Sculla off the crossover, had it knocked away, and he lets Tice pick up the ball. Tice had it knocked out of his hands. He picks it up over to Sculla. Sculla to the rack for 2! Darren Sculla scores, and the Greyhounds lead 34-21. Greyhounds a little choppy running that offense there, but they were able to keep the ball and get 2 points out of the deal. Here's Dahl in the corner. McCraven back out. This is Shaw with a little floater. It won't go, and the rebound controlled by Zach Tice, his second board. Greyhounds lead by 13, and we're just about 5 minutes into the second half, 13:04 on the clock. Aaron Norland with the ball, cross court to Bushy. Carson thought about an NBA 3. Now Sculla with the ball. Sculla cross court. Here's a drive by Tice, and the shot blocked. Oh, what a great play by Shaw. Charlie Shaw with a nice block, and the Cougars have it. And a backdoor pass to Kritzberger from Spaeth. Kritzberger scores, and now we have a timeout called. Now the Cougars down by 11. Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. Our timeouts brought to you by the Fosston A&W and Freedom Fuel. 34-23, Greyhounds by 11 with 12:43 left.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if auto owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Okay, we're back here at Ralph Engelstead Arena. Tom Lano, Mac Robinson, our engineer for this first game. And we'll be broadcasting the next 3 as well on KRJB and KKCQ and Garden Valley TV Channel 31. 12:43 remaining in the second half. So the Cougars and the Greyhounds trying to get to the semifinal round Wednesday. Of course, the schedule altered a little bit because of the postponements on Saturday. 8AA tonight, 6A tonight. Carson Bushy will inbound. Full court pressure applied by the Cougars here, trying to force some turnovers. Cullen Norland with it in the backcourt for Fosston, and he will get it across the timeline. Cullen Norland ran into the defender, almost stolen away there. And now they work it back out to Aaron Norland, to Bushy, back to Aaron Norland. Aiden Markuson on the floor right now for Ada-Borup-West. He's wearing number 20 for the Cougars. Cullen Norland dribbles with the left hand, now turns to the right, fires it to Aaron Norland. Carson Bushy over on the left side to Sculla. Probably see some longer possessions here for Fosston with a 11-point lead, 34-23. Cullen Norland over to Aaron Norland on the left side. Here's Norland to Bushy. Carson Bushy with the drive and the 8-footer. Off the rim, no good. Collision underneath. What a rebound by Kritzberger, getting the rebound, and he released the pass before he fell down, and then the Greyhounds get called for a foul. That'll be their third team foul, and the first on Aaron Norland. Nice job by Kritzberger there. He was in the process of falling down, and had he still had the ball, it would have been a travel. Mason Larson with the ball out to Anderson, or to Markuson, excuse me. Markuson. Here's a pass, bobbled and stolen away. Kritzberger couldn't hang on to it, and Sculla comes up with a steal. Turnover number 12 for Ada-Borup-West. 11:29 left to go in the second half. Here's Tice to Aaron Norland. Norland with the ball for the Greyhounds, dribbling to his left, now his right. Now Tice with the ball. Sculla cutting through the circle, can't get open. Aaron Norland with it on the left side, out to Tice. Tice with the ball for Fosston. Tice to Cullen, Norland, Carson, Bushy. Back to Tice. Tice with the ball on the far side. Holds on to it, left-handed dribble. Tice with the ball, 10:58 left to go, almost threw it away. Sculla tracks it down. Sculla in the corner, Aaron Norland along the baseline. Pass deflected, stolen away. The Greyhounds turn the ball over for the 7th time. Stolen away there by Markuson, who shoots, came up short, rebound, good. Kritzberger on the putback. (34-25). We have an injured Greyhound down. The Greyhounds are on top. With 10:43 remaining here in the second half. And I believe it's Sculla. I don't see Sculla on the sideline there. He's assistant coach Les Beacon is out there along with the trainer. We'll take a timeout. 10:43 left to go in the second half. Greyhounds lead 34-25.
Little Learners Early Childhood Center recognizes that the most important years in a child's development are from birth to age 5. In fact, by the time children reach age 5, 90% of their brain is already developed. With that in mind, we want to acknowledge the importance of quality care and education. Little Learners is proud to be a part of your child's growth and development during this critical time. Thank you for trusting us with your most important little people. For more information on Little Learners, contact Karen at 218-784-5761 or follow our Facebook page.
Okay, back here at Engelstedt Arena, the injured player was Sculla, and he's going to be helped into the locker room. He's walking under his own power, but now he's got some assistance. So I'm not sure if it was a knee or an ankle, but definitely something in the leg area. It looks like maybe his left leg. So Sculla's out, and Tony Carleen is on the floor now for the Greyhounds. His first entrance into the game. Hudson Bushy with it on the left side, so a different looking lineup for the Greyhounds right now with the absence of Sculla. It happened under the basket to our left. Cullen Norland dribbles one time. Hudson Bushy to Aaron Norland. 10:20 left to go. Aaron Norland with a pass to Tice. Tice under the basket. Carleen, yes! Tony Carleen, welcome to the ball game. Carleen scores 36-25. Greyhounds by 11. Lots of time left, 10:04 remaining. Markuson with the ball for Ada-Borup-West. Markuson, he's a senior, driving the baseline. Had it knocked away, and it went off of Kritzberger and out of bounds. Turnover number 13 for Ada-Borup-West. So the Greyhounds will inbound, and like I said before, this Fosston team is a hard type of team to come from behind against with the defense they play. Greyhounds with an 11-point lead, 36-25. Pressure applied defensively by the Cougars. Off the inbounds, Cullen Norland with it. Dribbles with the left, the right, now the left hand across the timeline to Tice, and they break the press. Tice with the ball. The winner of this game will play in the semis Wednesday night against either Fertile Beltrami or Cass Lake Bena. Aaron Norland with the ball. Out to Hudson Bushy over on the right side to Tice. Top of the key. Cullen Norland out the ball fake, backs up, dumps it off now to Tice. Tice with the ball at the top of the key. And we're going to have a little hand check foul go against the Cougars. It's going to be on Anderson. Cannon Anderson. No, check that. It's on Marcuson. Yeah, they got the wrong. Yeah, they got the wrong number there. They did have some number changes. There's a pass on the inbounds tipped out. So it was on Marcuson, who's wearing 20, but yeah, they have Cannon Anderson listed as a 20 in the book, apparently. Little give and go. Bushy to Tice. Perfectly done. Sack Tice with his first two. Give the assist to Carson Bushy on a give and go. 38-25. Greyhounds by 13. We're almost halfway through the second half. 9-12 on the clock. Here's McCraven with the ball. McCraven with a pass and the dish to Dahl for three. Off the back rim, no good. Nice offensive rebound by Larson. Here's the three by Spaeth. That's no good. And Tice comes up with a rebound, his third. Outlet pass to Carleen. He'll feed it to Cullen Norland. Back to Tice. Tice in the backcourt, almost stolen away. And now he gets it under control. Dribbles behind the back. Tice with the ball. Tice with a pass. Tipped out of bounds. Greyhounds get it back. Sometimes people think when you dribble behind the back, you're showing off, but sometimes you have to do it. Pass comes in to Carson Bushy. We're down to 8:38 left to go. Here's Tice with the ball on the high post left side. Aaron Norland. Aaron off the fake, driving the baseline, and went out of bounds with it. And the Greyhounds turn the ball over for the 8th time, their 5th of the second half. So again, the Greyhounds right now anyways, Sculla's on the bench now. They're putting some ice to his left knee. So his availability, very questionable for the last 8:31 of the game. Our boy Tony Carleen, a senior, is going to be playing golf at BSU next year. Tony's done a great job off the bench. Here's a three-pointer by Spaeth. Good! Oh, the Cougars needed that one. Cameron Spaeth hitting a three, 38-28. Greyhounds by 10. 8:11 left to go. Big time shot by Spaeth. Now Tice with the ball. Back out to Carson Bushy to Tice. Tice pushes off. Offensive foul on Tice. And the Cougars are going to get the ball. Nice job by McCraven to be on the receiving end of it. So Tice picks up his second, the team's 4th, and a little momentum swing here for Ada-Borup-West. Exactly 8 minutes left to go. Greyhounds lead 38-28. Ada-Borup-West with the ball. Here's McCraven out on top. Bounce pass right side to Shaw. Charlie Shaw with the ball. Cross-court pass. Kritzberger out on top to Shaw. Shaw with the drive and the shot, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the Greyhounds. Carleen tried to draw the charge, but they're going to call him for the block. Carleen with his first. And a pair of free throws coming up here for Shaw. His first trip to the Mustang Seeds free throw line this afternoon. First one, no good. Thatcher Palyabicki will come into the game now for the Greyhounds. And Tony Carleen comes out getting a high five from Coach Ben Hamburger. Second free throw, no good. He missed them both, but getting the rebound was Larson, and the Cougars get it back. Now they're going to call a travel on Ada-Borup-West, their 3rd traveling violation, as they called Larson for a little stutter step inside the lane there. 14 turnovers for Ada-Borup-West. They had a couple of travels back in the first half. Cullen Norland with the ball for the Greyhounds. 7.5 minutes left to go. Knocked out of his hands, but right to his teammate Carson Bushy. Cullen Norland along the baseline. High pass, good catch by Aaron Norland. Over on the right side to Tice. Tice defended by Mason Larson. Aaron Norland out on the wing to Palyabicki. Palyabicki takes it underneath. Palyabicki trying to kick it out and does. Bushy for three. There's another one. Carson Bushy has done it again. His 8th triple of the game. And we have a timeout on the floor taken by the Cougars. Carson Bushy shooting 80% from behind the three-point line. Not sure what happened there. I guess there was not a timeout. Well, 41-28. Greyhounds with a 13-point lead. And we're down to 7 minutes left to go. So time becoming a factor now. Here's Shaw with the ball. Over on the right side. Ryan Engel with a left-handed dribble. Out on top. This is Spaeth with his Spaeth in the paint. Kicks it out in the wing. A three by Shaw. In and out. No good. And the rebound controlled offensively by Ryan Engel. And the Cougars get it back. Engel with a baseball pass underneath to Larson. Larson out to Spaeth for three, and that's no good. And the rebound control off the floor. Thatcher Palyabicki with his second rebound of the day for the Greyhounds, and they'll bring it the other way with 6:24 left to go in the game. Tice over to Carson Bushy. Bushy with the ball out on top. Cullen Norland over on the right side to Tice. Zach Tice. Palyabicki left wing to Cullen Norland. Norland with the ball to Aaron Norland. 6:08 left to go. Palyabicki with the left-handed dribble. Left-handed bounce pass to Tice. Tice with it over to Carson Bushy. Bushy backs up, resets. Now Aaron Norland with the ball. 5:55 left to go. The Greyhounds in no hurry to shoot. Carson Bushy with it. Dumps it off to Tice. Tice with it. Another three by Bushy. Might be the dagger, and there comes a shot. No good. And the rebound controlled by Ada-Borup-West. Nice job by Mason Larson. He's got 3 boards off the bench, and the Cougars will call a timeout. 5:38 left to go. We're going down the home stretch. Timeouts brought to you by Freedom Fuel and the Fosston A&W on the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. 5:38 left to go. 41-28. Greyhounds by 13.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Thursday Night Thunder returns to Norman County Raceway in 2023. The season opens June 1st, featuring weekly racing of IMCA sprints, stock cars, sport mods, hobby stocks, Midwest mods, and legends. Plus, don't miss events like the Moonshine Mod Tour, Standard Stock Car Challenge, NLRA Late Model Special, the Rebel Tour, bus racing, and more. Family friendly and affordable. Your home for Thursday Night Thunder is Norman County Raceway in Ada, Minnesota.
At Engelstead Arena, Thief River Falls, coverage of the Section 8A boys basketball tournament. 41-28, Greyhounds on top. The last lead the Cougars had was 8-7. Then the Greyhounds went on a 14-7 run to end the first half. Cougars have the ball coming out of their own full timeout. Here's Shaw over on the left side. Kritzberger to Shaw. Shaw over on the right wing to Spaeth. Kritzberger with the ball, had it knocked away, picks it up, kicks it out to Dahl in the corner. Kritzberger with a long one, off the back rim, no good. And Tice with a nice rebound, boxing out. And the Cougars cannot hit from the outside. And then a foul called on Ada-Borup-West. It's going to be on Shaw, his second. Went for the steal against Tice. Carson Bushy will inbound. The Greyhounds have scored 41 points in this game. Carson Bushy has scored 24 of them. Sculla still on the Greyhound bench with a nice pack to his left knee. Cullen Norland to Aaron Norland. Left side to Carson Bushy. Bushy got bumped. Play continues. Cullen Norland with the ball. 4:54 left to go here in the ball game. Cullen Norland to Tice. Tice out to Cullen Norland. Bushy in the corner. Greyhounds have the basketball. They're trying to trap Hudson Bushy, and Coach Ben Hemberger recognizing some trouble there, and he takes a bench timeout. 4:44 left in the second half on your Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. The Greyhounds lead the Cougars 41-28.
Premium Ag Solutions, Hitterdall, Minnesota.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you know you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abassi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
Ball. Greyhounds, type of team it's hard to battle back against. There's a shot underneath the basket. Getting open underneath was Carson Bushy, and that time he hits a little two-pointer, but he might get 3 out of the deal anyways because he's going to the line for a possible 3-point play. That's the second foul on Kritzberger. 43-28, the Greyhounds on top. Carson Bushy, the senior, unbelievable ball game. 26 points. That's his first non-3-pointer. But the free throw is good, so what the heck? We'll get 3 points the old-fashioned way. 44-28 Greyhounds, and the Cougars turn it over. A steal on the other end of the floor by Cullen Norland. Cougars with their 15th turnover. Here's Tice to Carson Bushy. Aaron Norland with the ball. Norland on the far side. They're trying to trap him. They're trying to force a turnover, but the Greyhounds have turned the ball over 9 times. That's it today. Tice, Cullen Norland, and here's Carson Bushy with a contested little 6-footer that wouldn't go. And the Cougars grab the rebound and bring it the other way. They work it back. 3-point shot by Dahl. No good. And the rebound picked up off the floor there by Cullen Norland for the Greyhounds. His 5th rebound. Tice to Aaron Norland. Across the timeline, Carson Bushy with the ball. And he gets fouled. 3:36 left to go in the ball game. And the Cougars pick up the foul. McCraven's 2nd. Team 6th. So Tice will inbound for the Greyhounds, guarded by Cameron Spaeth. Pass into Tice. Tice backdoor to Bushy for 2. And that time it was Hudson Bushy. Not Carson, but Hudson Bushy with the layup. Greyhounds by 18, biggest lead of the day. 3:20 left to go. Here's Spaeth with a spin move and the pass deflected into the hands of Dahl. Now a 3-point shot put up by Schall. That's no good, and the Cougars cannot buy a bucket from the outside. Carson Bushy with his 2nd rebound, and then the ball went out of bounds. Oh, the Cougars thought it went off of Fosston, but right in front of the Ada-Borup-West student section. 3:07 left to go, and the officials are going to confer. So they might change the call, and they will. The officials do a good job to get it right. McCraven will inbound. So the winner of this game will play the winner of the next game Wednesday night in the semis at 6 o'clock. Long inbounds pass to Spaeth. Spaeth, step back 3-point shot is good. Nice shot by Spaeth, his 2nd triple of the day. 46-31, Greyhounds by 15. Cougars need to force some turnovers here. Now a foul called at center court on Ada-Borup-West. That's on McCraven. That's his 3rd, the team's 7th, so the Greyhounds are in the bonus now. Zach Tice shooting 1-1, his first trip to the stripe this afternoon. Greyhounds are 3 for 4 at the Mustang Seeds free throw line. First one's good. Tice with 3 points. 47-31 Greyhounds with 2:52 left to go. Second free throw is no good, and the rebound tipped and controlled by Schall. His 5th rebound. Here come the Cougars. And Spaeth with a nice pass to Kritzberger. Cutting through the lane. Kritzberger scores. Spaeth with the helper. 47-33 Greyhounds. Greyhounds have the ball. Carson Bushy on the far side. They're trying to trap him, and Coach Hemberger, realizing some trouble, calls another bench timeout. 2:33 left to go in the ball game. Timeouts brought to you by the Fosston A&W and Highway 2 West in Fosston and Freedom Fuel on the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. 47-33, Greyhounds lead.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Okay, we're back here at Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. Coverage of the Section 8A Boys Basketball Tournament. 2:33 left to go in the ball game. Greyhounds will inbound out of their own timeout. Pass comes into Aaron Norland. Norland with a bounce pass to Tice. Greyhounds up 47-33. Tice with the ball. Tice to a wide open Cullen Norland. He scores! Cullen Norland with the layup. 49-33. Greyhounds by 16. 2:16 left to go in the game. Here's McCraven getting it to Spaeth. Cameron Spaeth getting it back out. Bounce pass baseline to Shaw. Shaw kicks it out. Spaeth with a three-pointer, and it bounces off the rim. No good. Carson Bushy pulls down the rebound. He's got 3 boards, and the Greyhounds in the driver's seat right now with 1:54 left to go. Cullen Norland to Carson Bushy to Tice. Tice with the ball on the far side, and a reach-in foul on Ada-Borup-West. Kritzberger picks up his 3rd and the team's 8th. So here's Tice at the line to shoot 1 and 1. Zach Tice at the stripe. First one, good. Tice has 4 points. He'll shoot the bonus. 50-33. Greyhounds up by 17. 1:49 left to go. And the second free throw, good. Zach Tice, 5 points, way below his per-game average, but he's had a solid game this afternoon. And the Greyhounds with an 18-point lead. Caden Dahl for Ada-Borup-West, right side of McCraven. McCraven with the drive. McCraven off the double clutch. Left-handed banker from the right side, good. McCraven with 6. 51-35 Greyhounds. Here's Cullen Norland breaking the press with a pass to Bushy. Carson hands it off to Aaron Norland, over to Carson Bushy. Cullen Norland to Tice. We're down to 1:18 left to go. Tice throws it over the trap to Aaron Norland to Bushy. Carson Bushy gets bumped and fouled by McCraven. That'll be his 4th. And the team's 9th. And Carson Bushy at the line. He's got 27 points. And he'll be shooting 1 and 1 here. And the Cougars are going to empty their bench, and the Fosston Greyhounds will be heading to the Final Four of Section 8A Wednesday night against either Fertile Beltrami or Cass Lake Bena. They've beaten Fertile Beltrami twice this year, and they've beaten Cass Lake Bena once. And Coach Hemberger is going to empty his bench. Wyatt Larson in the game now for Ada-Borup-West. Gannon Rockstead checks into the game. Baron Auden on the floor. Ryan Engel out there. Greyhounds have Kelton Gray, Trevor Vig, Gavin Gray, and Ryan Dupong out there on the floor. First free throw is good for Bushy. Carson's got 28 points. And he'll shoot another. 52-35 Greyhounds. Another free throw is good. 29 points for Bushy, and he's going to come off the floor to a standing ovation as the Fosston Greyhounds lead 53-35. Jaden Bakke on the floor now for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds set up the defense. Gavin Gray defending. Here's Wyatt Larson with the layup, no good, and the rebound controlled by the Greyhounds, pulled out of there by Gavin Gray, the junior. Knocked away, loose ball, picked up by Dupong. Under a minute left to go. Kelton Gray for three, no good. Vig tips the rebound, picked up off the floor there by Engel. Long baseball outlet to Wyatt Larson. He scores for the Cougars. 53-37 Greyhounds, 35 seconds left to go. Dupong had it knocked away in the front court for Fosston, looking for Gray. That's Kelton. Kelton Gray, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Cougars with 27 seconds left to go. Well, a very impressive performance by the Greyhounds against a really good Ada-Borup-West team. Inbounds pass swatted away and taken away by Wyatt Larson. Cougars have the ball off the Greyhound turnover. Here's a drive by Marcuson. Contested shot, no good. A nice rebound by Jaden Bakke for the Greyhounds, and the Greyhound fans getting on their feet. The players will be standing up shortly on the sideline with 7 seconds left to go. Ryan Dupong dribbling away the last few seconds, and this one is in the books. Your final score on the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard: the Fosston Greyhounds, for the third time this season, defeat the Ada-Borup-West Cougars 53-37. Stay tuned. We have the postgame show coming up here very shortly. The postgame report brought to you by Home Crown Realty. The game summary brought to you by Benedictine Care Community and Mission Court in Ada. It's coming up next here on KKCQ, KRJB, your live event, and Garden Valley TV Channel 31.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. We have an excellent auction featuring 425 acres of great cropland located in Cass County, North Dakota. The Nelson Family Cropland Auction will take place at the Governor's Inn, Castleton, North Dakota, starting at 3 p.m. on March 14th. This will be a live and online auction. High-quality cropland near Arthur, North Dakota rarely hits the open market. Don't miss this sale. For questions, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated. So you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
As you view your lawn and yard, Todd's Landscaping takes your ideas to bring out the beauty of your home. Pavers, walkways, brick, rock, landscaping, lighting, flowers, patios, decks, yard water fountains, and irrigation. The ideas are your ideas. Call Todd's Landscaping to discuss your options and let them bring landscaping beauty to your home. Todd's Landscaping, 218-945-6000.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Home Crown Realty, Eric Smart and Brandon Dahl, licensed in Minnesota and North Dakota. Buy and selling real estate. Visit homecrownrealty.com. And our game summary brought to you by Benedictine Care Community and Mission Court in Ada. Together, a trusted name in senior living. And our post-game connection brought to you by the Halstead Telephone Company. That is your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. And they keep you connected, serving the communities and schools to include Halstead, Fisher, Climax, Shelley, East Grand Forks, Hillsboro, and surrounding rural areas. Halstead Telephone Company is how to connect. All right, let's run through the recap here. The Cougars had an 8-5 lead, but then the Greyhounds closed the first half on a 14-7 run. And Fosston led 24-15 at halftime and never looked back. We had a couple of ties early in the game. We were tied at 3, tied at 5. 8-5 Cougars, and the Greyhounds took the lead, as it turned out, for good at 10-8 in the first half. Nobody fouled out of the game for the Cougars. McCraven had 4 fouls. Kritzberger had 3. Spaeth had 2. Schall had 2. Markuson had 1 foul, and Caden Dahl had 1 foul. For the Greyhounds, nobody had more than 2 fouls. Sculla had 2. Tice had 2. Aaron Norland had 1. Cullen Norland had 1 foul. Carson Bushy had 1. And Tony Carleen had 1. 3-point shooting, the Greyhounds hit 9 threes. You know, that's a lot for a team. But Carson Bushy hit 8 of them. It's unbelievable. Bushy hitting 8 of 10 3-point shots. He ended up with 29 points, 24 of those coming from behind the 3-point line, and then he had a 3-point play, 2-point field goal, and a free throw too. So Carson Bushy with 29 points. The other 3-point shot for Fosston came from Cullen Norland, and he ended up with 7 points. Darren Sculla scored 4 before leaving the game with an injury. Hudson Bushy scored 4, and Tony Carleen had 2, and Aaron Norland had 2 for the Greyhounds, game total of 53. Rebounding for the Greyhounds, Cullen Norland had 5, Carson Bushy had 3, Zach Tice had 4, Hudson Bushy had 1, Gavin Gray had 1 rebound, Darren Sculla had 2, Thatcher Palyabicki had 2, and Jaden Bakke had a rebound late in the game. For the Cougars, Cameron Spaeth hit 2 threes and ended up with 10 points. Lance Kritzberger scored 9, Austin McCraven 6, Caden Dahl had 5, Mason Larson 3, and Wyatt Larson and Charles Schall each had 2 for the Cougars. Their 3-point shooting, Spaeth hit 2 threes, Dahl hit 1, and Mason Larson hit a 3-point shot. Turnovers, Greyhounds had 10, 3 in the first half, 7 in the second. Cougars had 15 turnovers, 8 in the first half and 7 in the second. Greyhounds attempted 10 free throws, made 8, so they shot 80% at the line. Aaron Norland 2 for 3, Carson Bushy 3 for 3, and Zach Tice 3 for 4. Cougars attempted 8 and made 3. 3 of 8 at the line for Ada-Borup-West. Kritzberger 1 for 2, Spaeth 2 for 4, and Charlie Schall 0 for 2. That's your post-game report brought to you by Home Crown Realty, the Benedictine Care Community and Mission Court in Ada game summary, and the post-game connection brought to you by the Halstead Telephone Company. We'll wrap things up with our post-game award winners next here from Thief River Falls.
Valley Premier Bank is a proud sponsor of Holly Nuggets Athletics. With tradition, community, and experience since 1892, Valley Premier Bank has been helping the people of Holly and the surrounding communities. Their personal service and dedication create solutions that will drive results you want and expect. Valley Premier Bank is located on 416 6th Street and reachable at 218-483-3361. An FDIC member, an equal housing lender you can rely on. Valley Premier Bank of Holly, proud sponsor of Holly Nugget Athletics.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
Okay, we're back here at Ralph Engelstad Arena, the first of 4 quarterfinal games. Fosston winning over Ada-Borup-West 53-37. And the Greyhounds move on to the Final Four on Wednesday night. They're playing Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love by Elvis Presley, and probably in tribute to Carson Bushy. Carson Bushy with 29 points tonight. And he hit 8 threes. So Carson Bushy is our star of the game. Brought to you by Darren Ramey Insurance Brokers of America and American Federal Bank in Ada, along with Dr. Gabe Wiener at the Fosston Chiropractic Clinic in downtown Fosston. Carson Bushy, today's star of the game, 6'2 senior, number 5 for the Greyhounds. The Precision Player of the Game brought to you by RDK Enterprises. RDK Enterprises, your precision planting dealer. Spring is coming. And go to RDK Enterprises, planterdoc.com for more information about what's available for the spring. And I'm going to give that to Cullen Norland of the Greyhounds. Cullen hit a 3-point shot, scored 7, had 5 rebounds. Cullen Norland is our Precision Player of the Game, again brought to you by RDK Enterprises. And that website again, planterdoc.com. Sub of the game brought to you by JT Station in Fertile. And I'm going to give that to Tony Carleen of the Fosston Greyhounds as Darren Sculla left the game with an injured knee. Tony came in and he got a big bucket there. I mean, that game was far from being over at that point. And Tony Carleen, 6'1 senior, number 40 for the Greyhounds, is the JT Station of Fertile sub of the game. And the Enbridge Bring the Energy t-shirt. Oh, JT Station of Fertile, and also Subway and Ada. Thank you very much. Subway and Ada. Subway and Ada, dine in, take out. Subway and Ada wishes to say thank you to all of those who have stopped in and continue to be regular customers at Subway and Ada. And then JT Station of Fertile, locally owned and operated JT Station in Fertile, where fuel meets flavor and community meets convenience. Fueling the hearts of Fertile, one tank at a time, JT Station. And the Enbridge Bring the Energy t-shirt, we're going to give that to Zach Tice of the Fosston Greyhounds. Zach had 5 points, like we said, well below his average, but he played a solid game defensively and handled the ball a lot. He had 4 rebounds, made 3 of his 4 free throws. So we'll give the Enbridge Bring the Energy t-shirt to Zach Tice, 6'1 senior, number 10 for the Fosston Greyhounds. We're going to sit down and we'll chat with Ben Hamburger. You'll be able to hear that at halftime of the next game between Fertile Beltrami and Cass Lake Bena. So we'll have a chat with Coach Hamburger, and you can hear what he had to say about his Greyhounds with a very nice win. 3rd win of the season for the Greyhounds over the Ada-Borup-West Cougars. So your final score once again on the Lakes Community Cooperative and Linfors Insurance Agency scoreboard. The Greyhounds win for the 24th time. They've won 11 of 13. And they beat Ada-Borup-West for the 3rd time this season, 53-37. Stay tuned for Fertile Beltrami and Cass Lake Bena coming up on KKCQ, KRJB, and Garden Valley TV Channel 31. Greyhounds will play in the semis Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. For now, Tom Lano saying so long, but stay tuned for more coverage of the Section 8A Boys Basketball Tournament.